What's up, everybody? Finally, it's here. Welcome to another edition of Unbox. This is Unbox, episode 32, the St. Paddy's Day edition 2026, part 1. And last year, we had 8 parts in the St. Paddy's Day miniseries. So the 2026 miniseries this year, I've got part 1. Don't know how many parts I'm going to have. I don't know if I'm going to beat 8 parts from last year. Last year was a banging year. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Why? Because Boston Scally already put out 3 duds, in my opinion. And big ups if you like the hats, whatever. I just thought that the Cloverland, the Kilkenny Baker Boy, and the new Guinness, I just don't like. If that Guinness was a flat, like a tan flat cap with a black brim and a harp on the back, man, I would have been all in. But another patchwork flat with a toucan on the back that you could barely see the beer. And I thought that looks like a Fruit Loops hat, But if you don't have as many patchworks as I have, then it's a nice patchwork. It is a nice cap, but it's just, so I don't want to like throw shade on people who like the cap and are getting the cap. Maybe they don't have last year's Guinness cap. They didn't have a chance to get it. So I get being excited about it depending on where you're at in the game. Well, where I'm at right now, I'm waiting for Boston Scally to drop that Irish hat that I'm just like, they did it again, let's go. And strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. But they got a few more left, so we'll see what happens there. But on the brighter note, there's a lot of other hatters that have some stuff up their sleeve here, and we know that. Today I have the BAMF Irishman cigar. Badass motherfucker. Military cigar. This shop is in Florida, like many are. And that is a shamrock paper design on there. This is my favorite Vitola, the Solomon Vitola, which is that shape that kind of starts a little thick, narrows out up here. I just think the Solomons smoke very well. So, great cigar there. Highly recommended from BAMF. They do have a website, a lot of military-themed cigars, but they do have this Irishman, which I got a few of, and I still got, this is my last one here, so I'm saving it probably for around St. Paddy's. And then, like, traditionally, I like to show the whiskey and take a little shot, say Slauncher. This year, I wanted to show the Redbreast 12. And Redbreast 12 is what I have on my top shelf back here now. The 12-year aged Redbreast single pot still Irish whiskey. This I highly recommend. This is the best stuff that I've had as far as Irish whiskey. They have the 15-year, and I think the other one is the 25-year, if I'm not mistaken. The 12 to 15, I think it's the 25. 25 is like a $500, $600 bottle. This you can get for maybe, I don't want to misspeak here, but I think maybe 100 or something like that. So the Redbreast 12, great whiskey. I'm not going to take a shot this morning because this is the morning. I'm getting this done before work, and I don't want to start the day like that. And also, there's not much left. There's only a little bit left in here, which I didn't know, so I have to re-up on the Redbreast. But there will be other St. Paddy's editions of Unbox, and there will be shots taken of other stuff that I have that I didn't show last year. I always like to keep it fresh and new. So I got 2 hats to unbox today, and both I think are good really good hats. One I cheated a little bit on, and the other one I'm going to unpackage today. A very weird and special one I'll talk about. The first hat I'm going to unbox for you is from the Scallywags Heritage Apparel. And if you look at last year, my episodes of the Unbox St. Paddy's 2025, I think one of my first ones I unboxed the Scallywags Heritage Apparel American and the Scallywags Heritage Apparel Irish Rose. So today I got the Scallywags Heritage Apparel Dwyer window pane black Gatsby cap. And of course, Swisher is really, innovated on those Gatsby cuts for us. And he's the one who really turned me on to the Gatsby cuts. I love the Scallywags Heritage Apparel Gatsby cut as well. And I got introduced to this cap by Chad, my boy, First 508th Airborne from the Gentleman's Roundtable, did this and did a review on it. And then I had remember seeing Conor McGregor with a cap a little while ago. Conor McGregor got me into this whole thing with that damn Boston Scally Legacy cap a few years ago. Actually, probably many years ago now, but I'd seen him with a cap, and I was like, damn, where'd he get that? I like that cap. And then lo and behold, when Chad put the review up, I'm like, that cap looks familiar. And then he sent me a message saying McGregor wore this and sent a picture. I'm like, that's the cap. So it was kind of in there on that Scallywag Heritage site. They don't do crazy advertising, Scallywags Heritage. So you kind of got to just keep visiting their site. They got a new one out called the Irish Mob. It's a Gatsby cut as well. And that's of course, the company that Dropkick Murphy supports, the Made in America stuff. That's why you don't see Dropkick Murphys doing any collabs with Boston Scally. So without further ado, before I do that, Rat Cap Love Spell on the dome here. Valentine's in a couple days. Setting off that Valentine's. Great cap. Reviewed it on my last Valentine's unboxing. Great colors. Big ups to Todd Soren and Rad Caps. Well, let's get the party started. Here's the box. Let's go. Scallywags Heritage Apparel Window Pane Dwyer Gatsby cap. And one thing about Scallywags is, and I noticed it on this one, they give a really small dust bag. Look at the size of this dust bag. And there's a pin in here. So they threw that pin in for free. I don't even know what the heck that is. Can anybody tell me? It's like a Christmas ornament. I'm probably saying something stupid right here. It's probably something obvious. And another sticker. That's that logo. Very nautical theme that runs through the Scallywags. As I had mentioned, nautical roping, very nautical theme stuff. The Scallywags hats that I got last year have like a weird stretchy band in the front. The Irish Rose and the American. I know Chad had said that there was ones as well that he didn't like that have like the hourglass that Moose had unboxed that he loves. The Moose said the stretchy band doesn't bother his head. Chad, it bothers his head. My head, it leaves a mark. I mean, you got to go a size up on some of these Scallywags. But what Chad did was he contacted them. He said, which caps don't have this goofy stretchy band? And the Dwyer window pane was one of them. I don't like the way they scrunch it in this little bag here. But it didn't affect the cap, honestly. It's just such a great cap. Here we go. The Gatsby Dwyer window pane. Got that window pane design. Scallywag logo on the back. A lot of the Scallywags come with the satin inner liner. As this did as well. Soft satin inner liner. Got the Scallywag logo in there, which is not a sticky one, like the Boston Scally one. And this does not have, this here is not the stretchy inner band that I'm talking about. They have like a stretchy inner band on some of their caps. That's annoying as shit. You got to go a size up. But this, I knew it didn't. It's just got a regular inside. And it's a 58. So I didn't have to go a size up. And this one, very few caps do I have to bend the brim. This one I felt I have to bend it a little bit. Still giving that straight look, but a little bend I had to give to it. And I absolutely love this cap. It's got the profile there. This cap was one of those, when I put it on. Like, I know you see Moose and some of the times he's like, whoa, and he's like speechless. When I first put this on in the mirror, and that's sometimes I cheat these things because they come in and I want to do an unboxing, but I can't do it right away. So you don't get that wow first time I put it on, but you will for this next cap. But I highly recommend this cap. I mean, this cap is just dope. Love the Gatsby cut. Like I said, I'm on to these new cuts now with these hats. So highly recommend the Dwyer from Scallywags. And let's go now to the next one. This one, big ups to Nick Nefarious. Nick Nefarious recommended this company. And it came FedEx from Istanbul, Turkey, from an Etsy shop with a gentleman who makes hats in Turkey. He makes the hats, and he gets them out. It's like $35 a cap, free shipped. And I'll put the which is amazing from Turkey, and it came pretty fast because it's FedEx. what happened was I was like, where is this thing? And I'm like, oh my God, it's in France. But it showed up the next day from France because it's fast. I'm like Tom Hanks in that freaking Castaway movie type shit. So this is HatSquare. HatSquare is the company. If you go on Etsy and you look up HatSquare, he's got a really nice blue newsboy one too that he put out. But he sends them in these flat little boxes. I'm very interested to see, because it is an envelope, but it's in a protective box here. Very interested to see how the hell he packed this thing this flat. In a box that flat, there's a flat cap. So is this thing going to be creased, wrinkled? What kind of a steam is it going to need? This thing doesn't need a steam. What kind of a friggin' steam is this thing going to need? Coming in a box that flat from Istanbul, Turkey. HatSquare is the company. It's been highly recommended. I'll let you know in a second what I think. And Etsy shop. So go check that out. I'll try to put the link in. Thank you for being a member of our family. Your purchase is truly appreciated. We hope this package brightens your day. Now look at you being all fabulous in our crown design, crafted with great attention to detail. So handmade in Turkey. Pretty cool shit. Big up to Nick Nefaris for that. So a couple people jumped on that. Comes in that inside. Real cool box and packaging. Gives you that legit, like, I'm opening a fine piece of, apparel right here. So, very impressed with the packaging. Very impressed with the speed of delivery from Turkey. And here it is. And it's got those, it really got me on this cap. And I wish the lighting, sometimes doesn't pop as much. Just throw a light on here. It's got the green in there. Take my glasses off. It's got green, gray, and black running through on that houndstone pattern. So the green is why it really, to me, popped out as that you could wear this for St. Paddy's. Nice flat cap. Does have the stretchy back, but sometimes with a $35 handmade, in Europe, or, you have to friggin', look at HatSquare, nice tags. You got to cop that cap, even though it's got a stretchy back. The stretchy backs don't kill me. A deal breaker for me is those side straps, those adjustable side straps, or an adjustable back strap. That's a deal breaker for me. I do not get those caps. It's just a pet peeve. I can't even explain what it is. I don't know. So let's throw this one on. I'm still into flat caps, even though I'm going more towards the Gatsby and Newsboys. I think those duckbill 8 panels that I'm going away from a little, and the duckbill 6s. Even though I love those looks, I got too many of them. That's the thing. So right away, I felt like it was a little bit. It's a different look, but see, I'm putting it on after the Gatsby, so I'm going right from that Gatsby look to the slim look. So when I first put it on, immediately it's like, whoa, is this small? But it's not small. And that stretchy back makes sure of that, it feels comfortable for sure. It's just, I just jumped from that Gatsby look back to the slim flat look, but it's a different look. And it sits well, right? I mean, do you agree with that? It looks well. Looks good, rather, looks well. It sits well, looks good. It's definitely a unique flat look. That angle from the side is a real nice angle. Well-made cap. $35, handmade, shipped overseas. Highly recommend it for the price, for the quality. Let's look at the inside here. HatSquare. Wool lining. Lining is satin, cap is wool. Cleaning a wool cashmere hat. Cleaning a woolen cashmere hat is very simple. Most stains can be wiped and cleaned with a soft brush and a little water. And then it goes on and gives some more instructions, made in Turkey. So wool, cashmere, and satin. I mean, that's the way to go. I mean, that is a nice cap for the price. HatSquare, Etsy. Go get it. Unbox, the mini-series St. Paddy's 2026 has begun. There'll be more episodes to come. I'm not getting the Guinness tomorrow, but I am getting couple other special caps tomorrow. And if you know, you know. So I'll be unboxing those next, and we'll see what the other hatters have to bring too. 'Tis the season. We got a little while to go. Enjoy, everybody. I'll catch you later.